What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The uranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it. Anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of refined uranium, bound for orbital platform Z9, received a priority reroute command. Latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Antes Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched 1,000 meters below sea level. A low-ranking scientician. Been here for years. Presumably she's beloved. Regrettably, that is all I know.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Detoxification initiated. When what's-her-name took over. Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame it quite like that, of course. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space, not at the outposts of our rivals. Those poor, short-sighted commercialists. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. Whatever for. We've all, I suppose, some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. I'll be in my off.
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit, our banter.
Can't talk. Calculating an inverse complex sine function in my head.
prescribed of arachnid calicity. You okay?
No lectures,
I'm
please.
off by a few decimal points.
2 exemplars, dead as Pythagoras.
Of course, she's
No
hiding.
incentive by that
You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now?
Investigator?
The plan is always in motion, so move along.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. It just blended in with the scenery somehow.
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Always account for standard deviation.
Your what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor and someone else. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see.
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely not very taxing. Others prefer between launches. I enjoyed serials, 2-bit dreadfuls, period. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help. Oh, you sounded just like Buddy striving his best to resemble Commander Zane. The similarity was uncanny. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I am a simple, unremarkable factotum, an everyday Order initiate, well at ease in her small. It's all a mistake, compounded by hearsay, miscommunication, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you appreciate your help, dear, may the plan favor us against long odds.
May all your theories prove true.
May all your endeavors add to the equation. Patrol's back, I hear. I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded by that, though.
Our Earth Directorate friend.
Well, hello. Have an update to share with Initiate Alva?
Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow?
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used. But listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too, but still. Even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, a uranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to...
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear. All right.
I'll stay here and play for more...
May the plan guide you.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Had plenty of managers like Svoboda back on Tau Ceti. Couldn't take responsibility for nothing.
I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. Oh, what else will this higgledy might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. Well, as a fellow we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. May deliberate endeavors beget expected
Good morning,
results.
good afternoon, good evening, or good night.
You know, I imagine these true perpetrators becoming pretty nervous right about now.
Yeah.
I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquiet with the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Now that you mention it, yes, I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of this card will allow you into the pharmacy.
Doctor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
Invent.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Ready to wait. Or your command.
that friendly
For help, but
Don't make me bury another agent!
back in business. Listen, ought to keep moving, Commander.
Over here!
Ah! Finally, a favorable happens. The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. I can't reset it from here, and I'm not particularly enamored of being closed in. Depends on your level. You could otherwise, the safety reset is in. Oh! Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the works in operations, right? Always on about her strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that what? Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say, well, careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
well, dear. Why, we were...
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I wholeheartedly agree, but her incompetence hardly absolves her. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party, so I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished, and you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. Whatever is happening here, I'm not involved.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to... I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
It's sweet that you think you can stop me, but I'll elucidate this for you. At this point, you'll either need to trust me or back that worm Svoboda. That ridiculous little functionary upended my existence. For 20 years, I was Alva. It wasn't a good life I had here, but it was quiet. It was mine. It wasn't hers to take.
This would mean standing against a member of the Order. A mid-ranking one, at that. I cannot be party to this, but not...
A wise good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Not that I was relishing the idea, but you provided other options. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an...
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
It would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but beggars and choosers.
Proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for. The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Clemens? The archivist? Ah, that follows, I suppose. Still more that I missed. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. believe my specific skills could benefit you. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Supposing that means no joyrides and no scratching the paint? I can manage that. Until later, Commander.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by...
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Helios? Thank law the displaced listen to reason.
Grand Architect, Agent, oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend? That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains, but I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen. Once you reach, go forth as was determined, and may...
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came.
We'd love to help.
Watch out
but
for
not
Wiley.
as much as we prefer to
He's
leave.
accounted for
Don't guide
everything.
you.
They'll know you're coming. Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it! Is this why Wiley Zilk spared him? Because hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
Standing by to stupefy.
Do try to limit further damage.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Grand Architect's perspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time, scientific advance. Armed conflicts are not the inept. Oh, and I suppose we're going.
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic. Oh dear.
As your friend has correctly determined, we are anchorites. Here by choice. This is where we conduct our divine call. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. But what if widespread then its causes should be... Tell that we're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate. Lack of as anchorites of the Order, it is our duty to postulate on the universe's perplexities for the benefit of observers. We have privacy curtains. Thank you. That is the intention. I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by... And I require... I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work... I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to. Good for him. What my colleague means is land... I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the... We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens. Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under a much appreciated.
Not entirely surprised I had to abandon my cover-up. I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear. Not really, no. Innocent and unobtrusive. May the...
Found another one. Mobilizing.
Combat probable.
acquired the scholarship we asked for.
Ratcheting up my aggression. It's the unknown variable! Not the optimal use of ammunition.
Could have sworn we left Scrabbles back on the ship.
Maintaining joy path.
Eliminate the target!
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Centuries, if not millennia. The blood spilled today is directional ink. through the door on the right. Leave through the other door.
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left them.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is.
Raise high probability. Wiley dropped it here.
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
Must be where he hid the key to stop. The press.
I have a growing suspicion the Seer's been overindulging in aetherwave cereals.
Self-preservation a priority.
Oh, okay. A bit slow moving, but it's something.
laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Nothing there.
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Practical applications, such as the security of bit cartridges.
Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh? Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
As simplistic as...
Given your stance, I expect you'll want armor over a weapon.
We appreciate your time.
Investigating hostile intent. Multiplicator at ready status. Hostilities are afoot. Use rifle and stun weapon ready, Commander. Short on top. Apologies, but no target, no attack.
Let's not protract your subtraction.
doesn't appreciate a good orrery? Worthless people, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages, I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I predict.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Riddle me with bullets all you like.
With its rejuvenation.
Got my last on an
Necessary vulnerability suffered extensive damage.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. Flattering. You seem confused. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. Perhaps the high... No. You almost had me, but no more...
Ready to take the heat off.
Riddle me with bullets all you like.
Attempting to destroy the position. I will
Hostile in proximity. That's the one you need to worry
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Locking them down. They're benumbed.
Take him out!
I have a fix on their location. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Back and scan. Apologies. Don't. Target analyzed.
And I'll take care of it,
Over here! Free hole in the head! I'm the one you need to worry about!
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly.
We should return to the incognito. Get on over to the location of those peace talks. That will beat DeVries there, but we ought to try.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon. That is, Seer Wiley. I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that. Perhaps if I had been a better friend to Landon... No. Those hypotheticals are yes. I won't keep you. I had... May all your future...
I don't know what you're complaining of. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11%
We've limited time, Commander. Let us commence with...
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
If we ain't keen on courting complete chaos, we'll need a plan. A solid one.
Stakes are high. If DeVries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that. I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Passard took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Look at that rift. It's making my skin buzz, even in here. Look, another ship. Doesn't exactly scream official delegation transport to me.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I
I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
This must be the satellite that sent an emergency ping across the system. What led me to you, Commander? Well, why is DeVries hanging on to it? Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something? No way through that fence except in pieces. Let's find another way around.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. Preposterous.
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. We know full well she cares, but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from
Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic. Hey, look at those screens. Seems they were kind enough to leave us a hint of DeVries' plans. Gonna need a way to power this thing.
Shall we say? This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his death, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this thing will be something like wrangling...
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as he suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These institutions believe him impulsive attacks are solely his influence.
So, your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. You act like the current rot emerged from your...
Yep, they've commandeered those mechs. Might want to choose this battle wisely.
But instead... pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand. quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting
Got my
bits.
lens on an
Every moment ought to keep moving, Commander.
once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer you a bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that the innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our presence.
Well, welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed. Prior to this meeting. Goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success, should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
Yeah.
This unit welcome. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station. Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto. This sector's...
No time to lolly.
Commander, the plans mention another entourage of debris up ahead. Let's not walk into any traps.
Good chance DeVries' allies are ready for us. Let's make damn sure we're ready for them.
Ought to keep moving, Commander.
So close. One elevator ride away from having DeVries in our crosshairs. Finally.
Suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off. But we might consider the hierarchy between our parties, should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly squabbles over power. Especially when presiding bishop...
Like sitting terror rays. We can't let DeVries make her move.
A colony, and better, its people.
Foresight does not win wars. A military's mind does. Our very own officer car has proven that, exploiting weaknesses in the Protectorate to great effect. Do you have such guile?
So you think that your people should rule? I don't wish to denigrate your military's knowledge here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all.
Damn you.
Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugee patriarch's mirth.
Yet he struck with a feat of...
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. I did suspect it was your work. Not many would have had the stomach for it. I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
I think twice before making light of those 10 years you stole from the Commander. And from me.
This hatred's unbecoming, Niles. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. Fine, then I'm done. Time to earn my commission.
Still, better her than anyone else.
Station's not gonna hold up against that rift for long. We need to get back to the incognito now.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn.
Abara, I was unaware of your... You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Oh, certainly. And then I'll brew us some tea and we can go... I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here.
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain. Some legacy you're leaving behind.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to stop interfering in my work. You haven't any idea what's at play here. It's in your best interest, I am so close, but like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes with controlling rifts. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's... law! Augustine, you could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. No. I saw their models. The Protectorate and all their ignorance would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could not risk failure. And I didn't kill any of you.
Sure you ain't kin to Auntie Cleo? Because you sure as hell know how to pass the buck.
Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. You recall what I said? You know who the Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will...
Enough! Just... enough, Augustine. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this...
You think you have it in you to pull...
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us. Yes, Commander. You said to try and hold on to my humanity. But ain't this a just cause? Preventing the deaths of the trust we'll be having words on the ship.
It doesn't matter. Not 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave... Savannah. I was never a good friend to her. No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Nor do I. And that's why I came here, to try to stop what... I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked. There's also a high price. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Like this! We need to move! You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over,
You could have done anything with your life. I've known these delegates you came to save. I'm killing them both. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. Such ambition.
Oh,
I don't give it. It's in your... I am... But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have... Anyone with the Order... It was... I did... No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to... No. I saw their models. The Protectorate and all their... I tried to... And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only this... That's not what happened. Your presence...
Sure you ain't kid...
Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their end. I know that... You recall? You know the Order...
Enough! I've got all the...
You think you have it?
Had 10 years. Give the order, Commander. Commander, this is for Wade. For Eric and Helen. And for everyone else's futures you tried to burn.
Do what you must.
Give the order and I'll take care of it.
Still, better her than anyone else.
thing like this, we need to move! Now!
That rift's not getting any smaller. Come on, Commander, huff and puff it.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as the agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries' assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? This unit strongly advises against randomly pressing buttons on the astrogator, unless death is the desired outcome. Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice esteemed and valuable report on board the... It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You...
Commander, word? So, that's it then. DeVries dead, justice served. Galaxy still needs saving, but we'll get to that. Am I that transparent? Seems you do. I once thought DeVries the upper limit of what an agent could be. Certainly everything I aspired to be. Tough, brave, smart, and now she's dead. By our hand. Thought I'd feel relief or something akin to it. But mostly I just feel unbalanced. Like a mech with gimbals on the fritz. Yeah, had a suspicion you're working the same problem. DeVries earned her grave, sure enough. So why does killing her feel like... hell, I don't know, putting out a star? I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's it exactly. Mighty insightful of you, Commander. Don't suppose you have any advice on how to move forward from here? Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. I hear you. Appreciate you making time to listen to me. Might need a few to work through my thoughts.
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear. Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts. Suppose you can ask. Sometimes, when all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Inquire away. I may even respond. Oh, I am a dedicated. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years. I see you're not going to let this lie, are you? I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while. Dorado appealed to me because it was off. Our department was shuttered shortly after, to put it mildly. After whatever's on your mind. Another crack like that, and our department employed a variety of methods to obviate all of us. Corrections can take time. May the plan.
Taking out DeVries, reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That Rick wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? Don't suppose it could have been more subtle in its approach. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. That's some confidence there. Just be careful. She's a shrewd dealmaker. Knows all the loopholes in the book. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit. See if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was... Whether we gain... Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably, I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task.
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy. Who can say? Maybe I'll start with his gall.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I'm not going to deny killing these traitors was invigorating, but their leader still needs to be dealt with. That I'm really going to enjoy.
I'll solve it.
We should search Hierarch Ziegler's corpse to see if we can find out what. I can't believe this. According to that datapad, there was an official kill order out on me? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised. Of course not. What a ridiculous question. I'm sure I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? The only answer I can think of involves our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Not from him. He was different from most of these slack-jawed sprat bastards. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. It's strange there isn't a comm device here. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can... Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end...